Hi, I'm Samantha McDouglas from thebridgeteachers.com. Come look over my shoulder at a bidding problem. The bidding we are going to be discussing in this video applies to Standard American or 2/1. Even if you don't play those systems, you may actually play the same agreements as we're about to discuss, but you can also follow along even if you play something different. Our partner was the dealer and opened 3 no-trump. What does this bid show? 25 to 27 points and a balanced hand. You and your partner might play a convention called gambling 3 no-trump. If you do, this bid is not 25 to 27 points. It is something entirely different. And now partner will have to show 25 to 27 points by opening 2 clubs first and then rebidding 3 no-trump. Before we get into our response, let's review partner's opening no-trump ranges, starting with 1 no-trump. If partner bids 1 no-trump, how many points does this show? 15 to 17. If instead partner bids 2 no-trump, how many points does this show? 20 to 21. And if instead partner opens 2 clubs and over our automatic 2 diamonds waiting response rebids 2 no-trump, how many points does this show? 22 to 24. So if we play that opening 3 no-trump shows 25 to 27, then we actually have our ranges covered, except for 18 to 19, all the way from 15 to 27. If partner has a bigger hand than 25 to 27, what did they do? They opened 2 clubs, and over our automatic 2 diamonds waiting response, they rebid 3 no-trump. This should be 28 to 30. On this hand, partner opened 3 no-trump. So let's go back and look at that. When our partner opens no-trump, this opens the door for 2 of our favorite conventions, Stayman and Jacoby Transfers. It's a little more difficult to employ these conventions over 3 no-trump because we've lost so much bidding space. It makes it more difficult to have the conversation, and it might not be worth doing. Let's change this hand a little bit. Let's take away a heart and add a spade. I've adjusted the hand just a tiny bit by taking away the 2 of hearts and adding the 6 of spades. I did this because I want to talk briefly about Stamen. If you have a long-standing partnership, this is a conversation that you might want to have with your partner. Can we bid Stamen with this hand? Yes. The 3 requirements for Stamen are that partner has opened no-trump, which partner has done here. We have enough points for game, and we have a 4-card major. Do we have enough points for game? Yes, we have more than enough. Partner has 25 to 27 points. We're bringing 1 point to the table. The partnership has 26 points. So we have the requirements for Stamen. There are 2 problems with Stamen here. What are they? The first problem is that normally over no-trump, we play 4 clubs as Gerber. So if you haven't discussed with your partner opening 3 no-trump or opening 2 clubs and rebidding 3 no-trump, whether 4 clubs is going to be Stamen or Gerber, you may have a bidding misunderstanding. This is a conversation that is useful to have with partner, especially if you're going to be playing with this partner a lot. And what most people do is play 4 clubs as Stamen and 5 clubs as Gerber. If you haven't had this conversation with your partner, you probably don't want to bid Stamen. Let's talk about the other reason we might not want to bid Stamen here. If we bid 4 clubs and partner has a 4-card major, we will be in great shape. We can now just pass. We know where we're playing. We're playing in hearts. We know we have enough for game and not enough for slam. We're all set. But what if partner doesn't have a 4-card major? What if instead of bidding 4 hearts, partner bids 4 diamonds? Now, what are we going to do? We don't want to play in diamonds, so we're going to have to go back to no trump. There are 2 problems with this. The first problem is that partner may not read 4 no trump as a natural bid. Partner may take 4 no trump as artificial. Partner may take it as key card for diamonds. That would be pretty weird. Partner probably shouldn't do that, but they might if you haven't talked about it. Partner may also take this as a quantitative bid. Even if partner recognizes that we're just trying to sign off and play in no trump, the second problem is that now we are a level higher. And although we have the points for game, we actually aren't bringing a very nice hand to the table. We aren't bringing a lot of tricks for partner. So the fact that we've put partner up a level higher is actually a very bad thing. Let's go back to the hand that actually was at the table. I've given us our heart back and taken away the 6 of spades. This is the hand that was actually played. Just like with Stamen, we can do a Jacoby transfer. But just like with Stamen, there are problems here because the level is so high. We only have 5 hearts. So we don't know whether or not we belong in hearts. And this creates a problem for us. Because if we transfer to hearts, now when partner bids 4 hearts, we don't know whether or not we have a heart fit. Partner may only have 2. What are we going to do now? We have the same problem with Stamen in that if we bid 4 no trump, partner may not take this as a natural bid. Partner may take this as asking for aces with hearts as the trump suit. And in this case, unlike with Stamen, this is a little bit more reasonable. Partner may also take this as quantitative. Not, hey, I want to play in game and I only have 5 hearts. If you have 3 or 4, correct to 5 hearts. And if you think about that for a moment, even if partner completely understands this sequence, we're talking about partner now having to play at the 5 level when we're only bringing 1 point to the table. This is simply not worth it. Let's go back. Because the auction is so high, it isn't worth trying to find a heart fit. If we had 6 hearts, it would be worth it. Because if we had 6 hearts, we could transfer to hearts, and then over partner's 4 heart bid, we could pass. And we would know that we are in the right contract because we know we have enough for game, we don't have enough for slam, and we would be certain that we had a heart fit. But we don't have 6 hearts, so we don't know that we have a heart fit. And we've lost the bidding space. Partner has opened 3 no trump. We've actually lost 3 full levels of bidding. So we don't really have the space that we need to diagnose whether or not we have a heart fit. And because of that, instead of taking the risk of playing in a 7-card fit, which is what might happen here, or taking the risk of playing at the 5 level instead of the 3 level, which is what happens here, we should just pass. I know that I have told you over and over and over again that we want to play in hearts or spades first. Majors are better than no trump. And while that's true, the reality of the situation is both contracts are usually okay. When we decide to play in majors before no trump, we're playing the percentages. What works on more hands than doesn't work. And when we look at thousands of bridge hands, your results will typically be better if you're playing in a major suit fit versus playing in no trump. But of course, that's over a lot of hands. On the average hand, it doesn't actually matter all that much if we're playing in a major or we're playing in no trump. So if you cannot properly diagnose whether or not you and your partner have a major suit fit, maybe you don't have the tools. Or maybe, like in this auction, the bidding is just too high. Or maybe you have to choose between getting to game and trying to find a major suit fit. Whatever the reason, if you can't safely figure out whether or not you have a major suit fit, then just play in no trump. On this auction, it is too difficult, it is too complicated to try and find a major suit fit. If we have an 8 or 9 card fit, partner will have a great time in 3 no trump. Partner doesn't need to be in 4 hearts on this hand because partner has such a big hand. We also have a very weak hand, so the last thing we want to be doing is pushing the bidding higher than it already is. So while you could transfer here, I recommend you don't. And honestly, when partner opens no trump, sometimes bidding Stamen and transfers isn't the right course of action because sometimes we have other things that we need to say or we are too high to use these bids safely. And in that case, we just play in no trump. Most of the time, no trump will be just as good as the major. Over the long haul, the major is better, but on average, no trump is going to be just as good. We are going to look at the declare play of this hand next week. Be sure and tune in so you don't miss seeing partner's 27-point hand. Thank you. Happy October! We have some fun hands coming your way. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any.